Koreans are shocked by a bomb on a bus carrying Korean tourists in Egypt, killing 4 people. The oil spill off the coast of Busan could be even more severe than the recent spill near Yeosu. Concerns over local fish farms are growing. And Korean beverages and other products are succeeding overseas. We'll look into the trend. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Monday, February 17th. I'm Luke Clary. A bomb targeting a bus full of Christian Korean tourists detonated on the Sinai Peninsula in northeastern Egypt, killing 3 Koreans on board. The Korean government has issued a travel ban for the region.
This is near Taba, a resort city on the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt. A sudden explosion shakes the road in midday and smoke soars. A bomb has detonated in a bus carrying 33 Koreans, among who are the members of the Jungang Church in Jincheon, North Chungcheong province, who are on a pilgrimage. This explosion killed 3 Koreans: Hong-yeol, a Christian female in her 60s, Jin-gyu, 56, a Korean travel agency employee, and a local travel agency chief, Je Jin-su. The local Egyptian driver also lost his life, making a total of 4 deaths. Some 14 Korean wounded are hospitalized and under care in 2 hospitals, such as the Sharm El-Sheikh International Hospital. Korean pilgrims has seen St. Catherine's Monastery, a tourist destination in Sinai in Egypt, and were on their way to Israel. The local police believes that this terrorist attack is the crime of militants who are active on the Sinai Peninsula and have set out to find them. Local media are also reporting that the terrorists committed suicide by detonating themselves inside the tour bus.
An oil spill off the coast of Busan has been determined to be even more severe than the spill near Yeosu, South Jeolla province. Concerns about what this means for local fish farms are on the rise.
A collision between a freighter and an oil tank caused a massive oil spill in the Sea of Busan, Korea's largest city port, resulting in a 4-kilometer oil slick. 237,000 liters of oil gushed into the sea. That's about 70,000 liters more than the amount of oil leaked in waters off Yeosu, South Jeolla province, last month.
조류를 따라서 기름띠가 외로 이동 중인데 연안에 피해가 없도록 저희는 모든 그 방제 세력을 총동원을 해서 신속하게 방제가 완료될 수 있도록 최선을 다해 나가겠습니다.
Officials from the Korea Coast Guard say the collision was caused by high waves while the freighter was replenishing fuel from the oil tanker. The accident apparently occurred when the freighter tried to approach the oil tanker despite a high wave warning that had been issued for the eastern part of the South Sea the day before. The site of the oil spill is 7 kilometers away from the shore. Nonetheless, fishermen remain on high alert as the amount of the leaked oil is enormous, and no one can say for sure in which direction the oil slick might spread. The government of South Gyeongsang province held an emergency meeting to discuss countermeasures. The province is preparing to install oil fences to block the oil.
More snowplows have been deployed to Mount Jungang ahead of the upcoming reunions for families separated by the Korean War. With just 3 days to go, officials are making last-minute preparations.
The Korean government has added 6 more snowplows in the Mount Jungang area, where the family reunions are set to take place from February 20th. This makes a total of 15 snowplows clearing away the snow. One of the lanes of the 20-kilometer section from the Customs Immigration Quarantine Office, through which the South Korean delegation will pass to Mount Jungang, has been completely opened. Moreover, more than 90% of the snow has been cleared away in the surrounding areas of the event venue and the parking spaces. The advance team, which arrived in the Mount Jungang region on the weekend beginning February 16th, has begun preparing for the event in full swing. The 15 members of the advanced party, which comprises of officials from Ministry of Unification and the Red Cross, have exchanged among themselves the list of people up for reunion. Following that, they have been monitoring the facilities and the line of movement from the accommodations to the meeting place from February 16th. A government official says that the member of North Korean delegation have arrived at the scene and are proactively cooperating in the preparations. At this reunion, 84 South Koreans and 88 North Koreans will meet their families on the other side. The South Korean Advance Party has increased the number to 61 of families accompanying those who will meet their long-lost families again and deliver the list to the north. This is in consideration of the fact that those up for reunion are advanced in years and the weather is inclement.
Korea's 3 major credit card companies will be banned from issuing credit cards to new customers for 3 months starting today. It's a punitive measure for the massive private data leaks last month.
The Financial Services Commission ordered 3-month business suspension to the nation's 3 major credit card companies starting today. As a result, KB국민 Card, Lotte Card, and Nonghyup Card will be banned from issuing credit cards to new customers. They must also suspend their loan, insurance, and travel package services. However, they are still allowed to issue 19 kinds of credit cards offering public welfare benefits. While existing customers are allowed to continue using their credit cards, they can't increase the amount of loans they can receive with their cards. The Financial Services Commission will decide how to punish the company's executives as soon as the Financial Supervisory Service wraps up its investigation into privacy leaks by the end of this month. The financial watchdog, however, has not announced guidelines on how credit card companies should treat their salespeople and telemarketers during business suspension.
카드사 자율로 좀 하게 하자 하는 차원에서 구체적인 방식에 대해서는 저희가 의견을 듣지는 않았습니다만은 고용 유지를 하겠다 하는 의사는 분명히 확인을 했습니다.
Sources say the 3 companies are considering paying their salespeople 50 to 60% of their average wages. The companies will operate hotline centers around the clock and adjust the work hours of their branches during business suspension.
Victor An, the Korean-Russian speed skater, has earned Russia its first Olympic gold in the sport. However, he's not the first Korean victor to gain fame in Russia. Here's a look at the life of rebel music sensation Victor Tsoi.
On June 25, 1990, during the Soviet Union years, 120,000 people flocked to the largest Moscow venue, the Luzhniki Stadium. It was to attend the performance of group Kino led by the rock genius Victor Tsoi. Kino was sold more than 1 million albums for almost all its releases. In particular, that 1990 concert still holds the record for the largest crowd in Russia for a performance. Owing to this, the leader Victor Tsoi was even called the culture president of the old Soviet Union. Yet 50 days later, he was killed in a mysterious traffic accident.
Он открыл через свои песни, через свой тембр, через свой ритм, через свой стиль.
Tsoi was born to a father of Korean descent and a Russian mother. Behind the steel curtain of the Soviet Union, he sang of freedom, change, and resistance. On news reports of his death, 5 teen girls fans committed suicide. With Victor Tsoi's death at 28, the Soviet Union has plunged into sorrow, but An Yeon-su at 28 won Russia's first short-track skating gold medal, presenting Russia with joy.
In Russia, the most popular canned coffee brand is Korean. In Cambodia, the Korean energy drink Bacchus D enjoys huge popularity. So what's the secret to the success of Korean drinks and other products abroad?
This TV commercial for the South Korean energy drink Bacchus is airing on Cambodian television these days. Last year alone, 100 million cans of the drink were sold in the Southeast Asian country. In other words, each Cambodian drank 6 cans of Bacchus. In 2013, South Korea exported $28.8 million worth of Bacchus overseas. Of that, 90% were bought by Cambodia.
캄보디아가 지금 우리나라의 과거 60, 70년대와 비슷한 상황이다 보니까 열심히 일하고 또 그 안에서 피로감이 많이 있는 시기에 건강음료에 대한 니즈가 있었고.
The South Korean canned coffee Let's Be holds the largest share in the Russian canned coffee market. Korea exported 30 million cans of Let's Be to Russia last year. The coffee producer provides heating cabinets to sellers to keep the drink warm for customers. South Korean dumplings rule the scene in the U.S. market. A Korean dumplings maker is now the second largest exporter in the U.S. market, which used to be dominated by Chinese products. The Korean firm's success lies in the development of products that captivated the palates of American consumers.
치킨을 주로 한 제품이 인기를 얻고 있고요. 피도 홀그레인이라는 이런 제품이 인기를 얻고 있어서 그런 요소를 저희가 반영해서
Shipments of instant noodles Shin Ramyeon to Malaysia surged more than 50% recently after the noodles were certified as halal food according to Muslim rules. By catering to the needs and cultural preferences of customers worldwide, Korean companies are gaining recognition in various parts of the globe.
Over the past year, 200,000 Korean homemakers have found their way back into the workforce with the help of labor policy. However, there's plenty left to do to make sure that there are enough jobs.
This woman is in charge of customer service at a bank. She came back to work 7 years after she quit her job to raise her 2 children. With many homemakers coming back to join the workforce, the number of homemakers in January fell 200,000 from a year ago.
작년부터 정부가 시간제 일자리 확대 정책을 폈기 때문에 어떤 그런 경력 단절 여성들을 비롯한 여성들의 그 단시간 근로에 대한 수요를 충족을 시켜줬고.
With more housewives finding jobs, the women's employment rate has been climbing for 8 straight months now. Competition is stiff for part-timers. One company which recently recruited part-time workers had to turn away 99 out of every 100 applicants. Hopefully, the government's employment policy could turn homemakers' desire to work into economic revival.
Singer Lee Moon-se is known as a prolific touring artist. Once again, he's going back on a nationwide tour. Meanwhile, we get a sneak peek at a new song from Girls' Generation.
Korea's veteran crooner Lee Moon-se has successfully held his first concert of 2014, which also marks the 31st anniversary of his debut. At a concert in the city of Pohang held last Saturday, Lee performed more than 20 of his hits in front of some 3,000 fans. The repertoire included Red Sunset and Old Love. The singer plans to resume his national concert tour at the end of this month. The girl group Girls' Generation has disclosed the teaser of its new song. It had been posted for 3 days, starting last Thursday on the website of the group's agency and social networking sites. Girls' Generation's new song, entitled Mr. Mister, is a dance song with a touch of rhythm and blues.
Just 5 strawberries are believed to contain the daily recommended amount of vitamin C. This year, they're ranked as the top winter fruit, so here are some tips on eating the right fruits for the season. Tangerines are the leading winter fruit. Due to a poor harvest, prices are up about 30% this year. On the other hand, strawberries are out in the market 2 weeks earlier this year and prices are 20% down, becoming the most popular fruit this winter.
예전보다 가격이 조금 내려서 부담이 아무래도 덜하고요. 맛도 예전보다 더 단향이 진해지는 느낌이 또 있어요.
Strawberries used to be a spring fruit, but it's common now to raise them in greenhouses during the cold.
가장 많이 바쁠 때는 아무래도 3, 4월 달이죠. 그때가 딸기가 자고 나면 또 나오고 자고 나면 또 나오고 이러니까 일손도 딸리고 또 일할 사람도 부족하고 이때 우리 이제 체험객들이 와서 딸기를 따먹고 또 따서 사가지고 가고 이러면 저희들한테 많이 힘이 되죠.
Even during the height of winter in January, if you visit a farm, you can experience harvesting strawberries.
그래서 딸 때 어떻게 따냐면 이렇게 손가락에 걸어 잡고 이렇게 손 안에 넣고 살짝 꺾으면 쑥 빠져요.
Have a taste on the spot. You're eating more than you're picking.
당도가 높고요. 아삭아삭하면서 맛있어요.
The strawberries you gather, you can take home. They're on wholesale price, so much cheaper than buying them at stores. Children love trying their hand at making strawberry soap. There are many programs for the whole family.
자연을 느낄 수 있고요. 저 어렸을 때 밭에서 딸기 기르던 생각도 나고 봄에 또 와야죠.
People tend to experience vitamin deficiency in the cold winter. Did you know that just 5 pieces of the sweet and sour berries will provide the vitamin C that you need for the entire day? Strawberries are also low in calories, just 27 kilocalories per 100 grams.
딸기에 풍부한 비타민C는 콜라겐 합성을 도와줌으로써 피부에 탄성을 주는 그런 역할을 하게 되고요. 또 멜라민 색소 합성을 방해하기 때문에 기미나 잡티 예방에도 도움이 됩니다. 또 딸기에 풍부한 안토시아닌은 대표적인 항산화제인데요. 우리 몸에서 혈전을 방해함으로써 혈액 순환에 도움을 주게 되고요. 또 콜레스테롤 합성도 방해를 하게 됩니다.
This time we introduce a unique strawberry dessert. The berry is covered in red bean paste to make a special mochi rice cake with fruit inside. The key is the dough. Mix glutinous rice flour and soda beverage in the same ratio. This person has also put in some coloring. The dough is bound to rise, so wrap it and make holes on the wrapping before microwaving for 4 minutes. Take the bowl out and stir the mix again until it gets sticky. Then flatten out the dough and place the bean paste covered strawberry inside, and form the mochi rice cake into a nice round shape. With no extravagant ingredients, a strawberry mochi is completed. Voila! Strawberries are super tasty and nutritious. Even better, they're in season. Fill up on your vitamins with this winter delight. Now we'll take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. We'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Have a great day.